Hi, this is Linda from North Central Texas at you again today. And as I said, I'm going to be putting wood chips and cardboard or newspaper in my fire pit. And I wanted to show you here what I was doing. First of all, I've got a whole big stack of newspapers that I'm put in here. Because I don't burn fire in this fire pit during the time that I have plants growing in my vegetable garden, because the plants get too close to the flames and it burns the plants. And I've got another fire pit on the other side that I can use to burn stuff in. So first of all, I'm just going to line it with paper, basically newspaper. And that's just to keep the weeds from coming up in it. And then I can, if I need to have a fire at the end of the growing season this summer, I can always put a fire in my fire pit, because it's not going to matter if it burns the paper or the wood chips that I'll have in the bottom of it. But it'll make a good spot to put my 5-gallon buckets for this summer to grow my vegetables in. So I just wanted to show you how I was just basically lining the bottom of it with newspaper, or you can put cardboard, either one. And this is the way I do my other garden areas too that I don't want grass to grow in. I either line it with newspaper or cardboard, and then I put either wood chips or sometimes a combination of wood chips and leaves, just so I don't have weeds growing up between my pots. And that looks like it's probably enough. Newspapers in here. Put that one right there. I'm going to move the camera back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I've already got a wheelbarrow full of wood chips here that I'm just going to be throwing over in the over in the fire pit. And that's going to make a good layer to put my pots on. My 5-gallon buckets, and maybe some of my big pots I'll put in here. Some that are easier to move. That way, like I said, at the end of the growing season, I'll be able to have a fire in here if I want to, again. Or I can just keep stuff growing in it. Because I found last year, when I had my okra and all my stuff growing, there's really not enough space between the fire pit and the plants, because some of my pepper plants and my okra plants scorched from the heat of the fire. And I've got another fire pit on the other side of the house, so I can put a fire in it anytime I want to or need to, if I'm burning brush or something like that. It's not going to take much. Probably this one wheelbarrow full of wood chips is going to be enough for this, because it's not that big. And I don't need them that deep. Move over a little bit so I can be downwind of that wind, because every time I throw a shovel full of wood chips over here, I get dust blowing back on them, and I don't want to breathe it. I don't want another allergy episode like I had already for the last month or so. And I kind of wanted to put some kind of water feature in the center of it, but I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I don't know if I put a solar one over here that it'll get enough sun to keep it running. And I don't know if I want to run an electrical cord out here or not. I mean, I could, but and then too, when it rains, I won't have dirt backlash on my pots real bad either. The wood chips will be in here. But you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. See? I put those 4 buckets in there, and I got the wood chips on top of the newspaper. That'll make a good like moisture bed for the pots to sit in once I get them level. And I'm going to move some of these other pots over there too that I have. because I don't want my stuff all jammed up this year. Level. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize my camera fell. Oh well, it's still going, so you can still see what I'm doing. But as you can see, I'm getting some of the pots I had here on the outside of my trellis. That way I can walk up through here and not have it all bombarded by pots that I can't get in there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Be putting my pots over there. I got, I think, 2 more that I can get. And having the wood chips in there allows me to be able to balance out the buckets and get them more even. But this will give me another garden spot. It's going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 buckets, and maybe one in the middle. You know, I may just do that. I may put my moringa tree in the center. Instead of having a water feature in there, just put my moringa tree in the center. I think that'll be a good place for it, because I got stuff too jammed up over here anyway. Oh, I'm out of breath. Yeah, but I can get one more bucket in there. So we'll see. And I will have to put me some more holes in another bucket to put one over there. I've got 4 behind the shed, but I'm going to leave them right there for right now, I think. And I've got 2 in the greenhouse, one with the tree collard. And I may just put that tree collard out there. I may just wait till after it quits freezing and put my tree collard out there. Just may do that. That might be a good place for my tree collard for right now. Just put it over there. But see, that was perfect. Perfect to set it up to put my buckets, my 5-gallon buckets in. They're surrounded by rocks, so when I mow, I'm not going to be hitting my buckets. They're easy access to water because they're close. And see, this was my problem, and I didn't want to move my blocks. My blocks were too close to the fire pit. So when my plants grew up tall, if I had a fire over here in the fire pit, it scorched my plants, and I don't want that to happen this summer. So I'm just going to use my fire pit as a big planter with my bucket sitting in it. Because like I said, later on, if I want to use it as a fire pit, I can move my buckets. No problem. And see, I've got to put more wood chips or leaves raked over in here to keep the weeds down this summer. I've got to put more over here because a lot of them are breaking down. And here's where I moved those other buckets from, right here. I wanted to have access to walk through here, but I need to put wood chips, cardboard, and newspapers or whatever here again, so I don't end up with weeds all growing up through here, because I don't want to have to mow in here. And if I can keep it cut back with just the paper and the cardboard and the wood chips and the newspaper, then I don't have to worry about that. I may even move the trellis over just a tiny bit, because I don't think I've got it in the ground. Very little bit. Or I could just leave it where it's at. That way I've got plenty of room to walk between the shed and my trellis to get to my plants growing in there. So that's an idea. I may just do that. But you see, I still got my 4 buckets back here that I need to do something with. I need to put more wood chips and cardboard back here. Or I might move them over on the rocks out in that garden area over there and not leave them here. I'm still thinking about it. I've got plenty of time. Like I said, I got my leeks coming up in there. Look at that. My leeks are growing. I just hope the cold don't kill them. If they're like onions, the cold's not going to hurt them. I hope. I still got a few peas in there, but I'm not counting on them. They'll probably die off the next couple of nights that we have 30-degree weather. And this is what I was concerned about, my Brussels sprouts. My garlic, it's not going to hurt. My Brussels sprouts, I don't know. It'll be 35 tonight, so it's not going to freeze, but night after, it's going to be 30, or it's supposed to. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And see, I've still got Chinese cabbage. A little bit coming there. I've got my onions coming up in here just a little bit. I got stuff coming up in that. And I've got a few things coming up in there. I think I planted carrots or something. There's a piece of grass in there. I don't need that in there. But like I said, I'm not going to count on too much till around the 1st of March, when I can get out here and really start doing some stuff. But like I said, I do need to get busy and fill this in with wood mulch, wood chips or leaves, and paper and stuff so the grass doesn't grow in there. I need to do the same over here. I need to do the same up there. And actually, I need to do the same out here in the garden spot, because you can see I got grass growing out here again. I need to line it with cardboard and put wood mulch on top. That way I can plant in these bags in the pot over there. Maybe put a few more down and keep the grass out of it, keep the dirt off of it. And it'll be a nice place to grow stuff. But as you can see here, my little swimming pool is full of salad greens. Look at that. I mean, it's just full of them. And I don't want them to freeze. My onions are still, that's the walking onions I planted in that little dish pan. And I've got, I think it's winter squash coming up in these buckets. Got some winter squash coming up down there. And I got 1 or 2 coming up here, right there, here. And I can't tell what I'm showing you, so the sun is too bright. I got salad greens and I got winter squash coming up there. I got salad greens, kale, Swiss chard coming up there. And it looks like I got a winter squash coming up right there. Right here. I don't know if it's going to make it if it freezes, but they're definitely coming up now. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I don't know how much more I'll get done today. I try to do a little bit at a time because I don't want to overdo with my back. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And I'm thinking about transplanting those little onion tops that, or onion bottoms that I've got growing in the windows in there out here. Because they've got roots, they got sprouts on the top. And I probably need to get them out here in the dirt so they'll grow. And I'm thinking about putting them in these bags right here. We'll see. Because I don't think the cold is going to hurt the onions if I do put them there. But anyway, with that, I'm going to wish you a good day. I'm going to get busy doing some more stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a blessed day. Like, share, and subscribe to my videos.